What's going on, my PT peeps, my Walking Dead family, my fighters? I'm One Eyebrow, also known as PT. Don't know if I'm winking or blinking, but I'm definitely thinking about Negan, Annie, and the foreshadowing that I saw in 11:18. Spoiler warning for all things Walking Dead. So we gotta talk about this scene in 11:18. Is Annie in danger? I think so. Well, I guess Negan, the doctor, and Annie could be in danger. All three, right? Well, if you didn't see 11:18, stop watching now if you don't want to know. But The Walking Dead loves to set things up. So it's a nice callback with the ultrasound, but this time it's with Negan and Annie. So inside the Commonwealth, they have some doctors, medical care, and Annie is pregnant. And this is probably the first ultrasound she had, just would make sense in the zombie apocalypse. It's hard to come by, but Annie is pregnant. She's having a baby. The doctor says about the amniotic fluid, I believe, that it's high. So there could be birth defects, birth problems, something could go wrong with the pregnancy. And then she leaves. And if you look at this photo right here, what stands out to you? Like every color is tan or white or very plain, mundane, except for the red coloring of the tools that are sitting in the medical kit. And I have a red theory. You got to check it out if you don't know what the red theory is. We have a whole bunch of separate videos on it. Some people like it, some people don't like it, some people agree with it, and that's fine. But the fact that it's emphasized here has to mean something, to me at least, right? So Annie doesn't want the help from the doctors of the Commonwealth. She says we don't need it. Negan is worried about the baby, obviously, right? I can only imagine. I don't have any kids, but if you have kids, you probably worry before the pregnancy, during the pregnancy, after the pregnancy. And it just makes sense because you're concerned about the health of the mother, the dad, the baby, everybody involved, but mainly the mom and the baby, right? I think Negan's going to be fine. The people in danger are most likely Annie and the baby, right? And do you think that Negan is going to actually be a father? I'm going to talk about that in a separate video, but let me know in the comments there. But I just think Annie's going to die or be kidnapped or something's going to happen to Annie, because why is Negan and Maggie working together in their spin-off show, Dead City? I'm guessing it has something to do with Herschel and Annie. One of them, both of them, it just makes sense. And this just hits me like this is blatant deja vu, Easter eggs, callbacks, but this time it's with Negan and Annie instead of Glenn and Maggie. And it's interesting because of all the connections here. Negan kills Glenn. He never became a father. Herschel was born. Glenn never got to meet him. And Negan is the cause of that, right? You can blame Daryl. You can blame the writers. You can blame this. But Negan kills Glenn. He doesn't have to do that. And Negan lives on. And Negan, has a redemption arc. But if you're Maggie, you can never forget that. And it's still a big question to this day. Was Glenn's death justified? Was our group the real villains? Was Negan justified for doing what he did? And, if you follow Negan from the beginning, is Rick's group the people that are bad? But the red interior lining of this medical kit has to be done for a reason, in my opinion. Connect with the red theory. If you're a doctor in the Walking Dead universe, you're usually in danger. If you're pregnant, if you're in a relationship, there's a bunch of different things. If you're an animal, you don't want to be those things in the Walking Dead universe. And the medical kit also, besides connecting with the red theory and possible foreshadowing, is that it could be used medical tools for a C-section. And who was involved with that? Maggie, with Lori and Judith and Carl. So we're going to probably have more and more callbacks and Easter eggs and connections throughout the remaining episodes, which has to happen, right? It's a countdown to the end. But is it foreshadowing for Annie's death? And people are like, why? What does this mean right here? Well, the red theory, the red interior lining connects because they're in danger and Negan's not going to die. We know that. So someone close to Negan. And who's the closest to Negan? Annie, his wife, and his child. But it's just something that I think of because of my red theory and the possible foreshadowing that could be happening here with the problems with the pregnancy in this scene. But let me know your thoughts, post your comments below, and there's going to be all these crazy theories and ideas and whatever you want to call them with Rick and the final episode and all that. But we'll have to see how it goes down. But let me know your thoughts about this idea that Annie, do you think Annie lives or dies? And I'm going to make a separate video about Negan becoming a dad. Is it fair if he has the chance to become a dad, or should he not have that chance because he killed Glenn? We'll have to see. But let me know your thoughts. Post your comments below. Stay safe. And as always, tell him Daryl.
Yo, we love you guys.